I would like to welcome all of you to this online course domination webinar. In the next 30 minutes, okay, I'm going to explain to you a method in which you will be able to actually take your business online. You'll be able to coach online and you'll be one of the best coaches in the industry. How many of you guys over here are committed to coach online at this juncture, at the time where the entire industry stands still, but you want to basically start coaching online right from your home? And if you're excited to know about this journey, and if you think that you have a cut for it, type the word I am in on the chat box in case you are really in and you really want to understand how does this coaching industry work and you really want to get into the coaching business. Type the word I am in on the chat box. Okay. So first of all, let me tell you that all of you are different. You know why? You could have been doing anything. You could have been watching Netflix. You could have been chilling. But today you came over here. It really means a lot to me. So it's my duty to give you utmost value in the next 1.5 hours. This webinar is going to go from 8 o'clock to about 9:30. And, we are going to basically look each and every aspect on how to become a successful online coach. So first of all, thank you so much for being over here. Now, before I begin and before I start talking about, how do we build a coaching business, can I just tell you a bit more about me? How basically, what have I been to doing and, what's a bit of background? Yep. Okay. So first of all, many of you might not know me or some of you might know me as well. And my name is Hitesh Motwani. I've been in the coaching business for the last 10 years. Okay. I've got 2 institutes in Mumbai. One is called Skillopedia, which is my consulting firm. And second is, my company called Nordstrom Academy, which is an academy within Mumbai where I again train and coach people on digital marketing specifically. So I'm a digital marketing specialist, but I wasn't a digital marketing specialist earlier. Okay. Basically I was into banking industry for a very long time, but today I'm proud to say that because of our marketing skills, we have been able to acquire a lot of clients in the country, like Times of India, John Job Begin, and the Mocha India guys like Big Boss, Moist, MasterChef, etc., etc. I'm a non-IIM, a non-IIT, but a faculty at IIM Bangalore. I've also trained a lot of corporates. I do a lot of workshops in Mumbai, not only in India, I also do a lot of workshops in India, Singapore, and Dubai. And we've trained over 8,000 plus people, trained over 400 plus corporates, trained over 100 plus startups, worked on a lot of corporate training. And I'm also an official mentor with Facebook. But this is not exactly, what I'm going to tell you today. I'm going to tell you that how did I transition my journey from being an offline coach into an online coach? And what does it take to become an online coach? What are the tools? What are the techniques? What are the pointers required to become an online coach? You're going to exactly see that today. And I'm sure you're going to be very valuable to all of you. So, if you really ask me, today we're living one of the best times on this planet. You know why? It's because today doing business is much, much easier than before. It means today you don't have a problem of doing marketing. Today, everybody can actually just put in the laptop and you can start marketing online. Classic example, if you want to see why marketing really works, look at all of you in this webinar today. All of you, all 100 of you have come in this webinar today, just purely because of marketing. And we never made a single call. We never send you, we never spoke to any one of you. It is completely automated. How many of you guys over here would love to learn the automation? You want to automate your entire business from start till end, and you would like to basically you're still a one-man army without any teams, but you can actually do that. Type the word me on the chat box in case you want to do that. Fantastic. And second thing about marketing is that, today you all have a power where you can get the customers to search for you rather than you searching for customers. And the best part about this business is you can sit at your home and you can start doing your business. You don't require an office. You don't require to pay any rentals. Everything can be managed just by a single person, which is you, right? And that's the beauty of this industry. Now, online industry today is pretty big. Like, why do people prefer online? Number one, because of this pandemic, it's gone even more tenfold. But before this pandemic, a lot of people have hectic work schedules. People have family responsibilities. They want to upskill themselves. And the problem is, in many of these tier 1 and tier 2 cities, people do not get access to coaching, to world-class coaches. For example, some of you might be fantastic coaches in the industry. You might be doing pretty well in your own, in your own circle, in your own local markets. But do you think that if you start your coaching and if you reach out to somebody in tier 2 and tier 3 town, he or she can benefit a lot with your coaching? Do you think regional is the future? If you think that regional is the future, give me a quick yes on the chat box. Regional is the future. Because A lot of us feel that, metro cities, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata is where the money, but not really. If you see, maximum people today who come and, who want coaching are people from tier 2 and tier 3 markets. You look at big companies like Byju's and all. They have got customers right in the tier 2 markets, and that is where they're making maximum money from. And today it's possible for you to do that because of online. And Forbes estimates that this industry is going to be about $325 billion, and it's going to actually grow by 25% year on year. And that's how exciting this industry is all about. Now, let me tell you what this training is for. This training is for three set of people. Number one, who are trainers, coaches, and experts. Second thing is people who are into jobs but who want to make some money in the part time. So while I understand a lot of coaches out here, how many guys over here are doing a job right now and you still want to basically coach people online with your skills? So I type the word J on the chat box. In case you're doing a job right now, you have to coach people in your part time. So we get a fair understanding. Guys, please do not on your videos because it will just create disturbance out here. Right? While I understand you want to show your faces, but just hold on to it, please. Right? Okay, fantastic. How many guys over here are homemakers? The third is homemakers, mompreneurs, freelancers, who are working from home and would like to basically coach people online in their free time. Like when I was working, I was doing a job. I was working with a company called Ogilvy and Meta. One of my success stories is that basically I launched Twitter in India. I worked with Twitter. I also basically, worked with a lot of brands such as Bandhan Bank, Cricket World Cup T20, Sachin Tendulkar's book launch. So I was doing a job earlier, and slowly and steadily I used to coach people part time, and then I made this a full time profession of mine. That's how I transitioned my journey into it. Fantastic. Now, today in this webinar, in the next 1.5 hours, we're going to see that how can you build an online course and start empowering people from your home. That's the most important thing. And now there are two kinds of people who come to my session. There's one kind of people who just come, who just attend, and who just go. The second kind of people who actually implement whatever I teach. The question is, which one are you? Are you just going to attend the session? Or are you going to take an action? If you're an action taker, type the word action on chat box because I really want you to participate with me. The more you guys participate, the better it will be and the better experience you will get. Also, if you want to wait for a moment, I wanted to get a piece of pen and paper because what I'm going to share with you in the next 1.5 hours might change your life. It might give you a new direction to kind of look at things in a very different light if you really are serious about this business, if you really want to get into coaching and trading. Fantastic. So now, if you notice, there are about 5 kinds of people in this webinar, and this is the journey of a coach. So let me go one by one and let me tell you what you need to become a successful online coach first of all. Then we'll tell you the tools, the tips, and the tricks that you need to become a good coach. Number one, there are people who are not into training business, but they want to become a trainer, right? And essentially, these kind of people need every single thing from scratch because they have no training knowledge. But then you need to build your brand initially because nobody just want to come like that. How many guys over here fall in this category? If you're not a trainer right now, but you want to become a trainer, just type the word number 1 on the chat box in case you belong to this category where you want to become, where you basically you want to become a trainer. Fantastic. The second kind of people are there in this workshop who are traditional coaches. That means you've been doing coaching in the traditional method. You've been doing coaching for a very, very long time, and you've been very big in the offline world. So about 3 years back, I was one of them. I've been doing offline for many, many years, and I was very happy in what I'm doing. But what I said is, there were a lot of requests coming up saying that, why don't you start things online? I'm in Delhi, I'm in Bangalore, I'm in Koramangala. Can you basically help me with it? And I just gave it a shot. And after that, my business actually grew about 5x because, the transition from traditional to becoming an online coach, one of the biggest advantages is there's no additional revenue. There's no additional cost. That means you don't have to have any physical space. One of the biggest deterrent for a coaching business is to basically hire that space. Second thing is, it can actually help you to not really spend much on marketing as well. You can just still do a low amount of marketing and still become an online coach. If you're a traditional coach, there's a huge amount of marketing that goes into it. So how many of you guys over here are traditional coaches who have never tried anything online? Just type the word 2 on the chat box in case you haven't tried, anything online, but you still want to get into online space right now. The third kind of coaches which is there, who are coaches who are into offline or online business, who've tried online, but they struggle getting their webinars and seminar rooms full. That means they really understand things, they know how things really work, but they fail in actually getting people into this room. If you are one of these people, just type the word 3 on chat box. This room filling can be either offline or online, doesn't really matter. But it's also one of the biggest problems, because being a coach is not a very important thing. A lot of people think it's about being a coach. Not really. It's not about just being a coach. You basically have to also be a great marketer, because if you're not a great marketer, what's going to happen is nobody's going to buy your program, right? That's also very, very important. So that's also extremely critical. Then there are some people, who are coaches who have been successful in the online, but they are still making less amount of money, and they wish to scale further. They wish to go to the next level. How many of you guys over here belong to this category? That means you are a coach right now, you've tried online marketing, you make some money online right now, but you want to take it to the next level. You would really want to have a figure in mind. I want to make about 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, whatever that figure is in your mind. You want to do that. That's like the word number 4 on the chat box, right? And the last type of a coach is basically somebody, who is an expert and who is managing things extremely, extremely well. That means he exactly knows what he's doing. He's hitting his targets month on month, and he's just basically mastered the art of coaching. Does anybody over here belong to the number 5 category over here? Right? Not really. There can be some people over here who are in 5 category just want to check, what we're doing. So that can also be possible. Fantastic. So this is the journey of coaches. Now, how many of you guys over here want to understand how do you go from number 1 to number 5 or number 2 to number 5? Right? You want to walk this journey with me. Type the word walk with you in the chat box in case you want to walk this journey with me. That how do you become a successful coach? What does it take? What does it require? And how do you scale up your business from 0 to 100? Fantastic. Now let's dive in. Let's just go and let's understand that what does it take. So there are approximately, 5 stages to this. And I'm going to go it step by step. I'm going to tell you how can you become a successful coach online. The first thing you need to do is you need to find out, what's your what and what's your whom. That means you need to figure out what's your specialty. A lot of coaches, they basically just copy. That means they must be, first I see that there's a lot of market in the soft skill training business. I'll just start training into soft skills, right? But what they lack is direction. They really do not know, and they just take up any training. Like one day they're motivational speakers, second day they're a graphologists, third day they're digital marketers, and fourth day they're just doing soft skill training. Do you know of such people? Have you seen them ever? Who basically do anything and everything wherever they get money from, right? Don't do that. Now, what do I mean? Let me explain this to you. So first, you need to find out what's your what. Take a piece of pen and paper, and in the next 3 minutes, I'll be able to help you to identify what is your super specialty. So have you taken a pen and paper? So first thing is write down that what are you good at. So just write, I am good at dash. So let's take you're good at yoga, you're good at digital marketing, you're good at emotional intelligence, you're good at basically, let's take leadership coaching, you're good at mathematics, you're good at science training, you're good at graphology training. What are you good at? Write down that thing first. What's your skill set? Now, suppose you're not a trainer, write down what's your skill set. I'm good at accounting. I'm good at, let's take public speaking. What are you good at? And put in the chat box. I want to see what are you good at. So Vikas is good at paid promotion. Okay. Just write down what you're good at. All right. Now, only understanding what you're good at doesn't really make any sense. You need to go a bit deep. So let's take if you're an accountant, I will say, for example, I'm an accountant who specializes in education accounting, or I specialize in marginal accounting. I specialize in financial accounting. Go a bit deeper. I'll give you an example in my business. Let's take, I'll say, I'm good at digital marketing, but there are hundreds of digital marketers who do that. So essentially in digital marketing, what do you do? So let's take, for example, I can help people in how to make a website. So when somebody said, I'm good at paid promotions, I'm good at basically paid promotions on Google Ads, on Facebook, on Twitter. What are you good at? Right? So it's not about being good at management. You're good at what? You're good at people management, human resource management, financial management. What is it? So what do you specialize in? So that's your specialty. You first need to figure out what's your specialty. Okay. So did everybody got this? Yeah. Is everybody clear about this so far? Just type the word got it on the chat box in case you got this till now, right? Take a piece of pen and paper and just write this, all right? Now, this is also not enough because then, okay, now let me ask you, there are two kinds of people. Let's take there is a doctor with an MBBS and there is a guy with an MBBS who specializes in eye surgery, right? You got an eye problem. Whom do you go to? The generalist or the specialist? You go to a specialist, right? And who do you think makes more money? A general guy makes more money, or a specialist makes more money? Obviously, specialist, right? General guy never makes a lot of money. Yes, he'll make money, but not to a scale which a specialist can actually make. Which is why you need to also understand what's a super specialty. For example, along with your what, you need to also understand what's your whom. So let's take, I'm good at making a website, but I'm good at making a website for who? I'm good at making a website for freelance designers. I'm good at making a website for dentists. I'm good at making a website for doctors. So what's your super specialty? Let's say if you're very good at yoga, right? You can be basically, you can say, let me give one more example over here. Let's take, I'm good at yoga. So yoga can be a specialization. But what is your basically your niche? What's your core? You can say, I'm very good at yoga for weight loss. But now you're good at weight loss, but then for whom? I'm good at yoga for weight loss, and my TG is that somebody I can help people who are middle-aged, people who want to get married, people who are looking for weight loss, people looking for fitness, people who are basically looking at, who are locked down at their home and who want to basically exercise to basically get rid of, any letharginess that we have. What's your super specialty? So only when you find the super specialty, that is when, your courses, your teaching can be more valuable than somebody else. Does it make sense so far? Type the word MS, makes sense. In case you think this really makes sense till now, right? So you need to deep dive. You need to understand what's a super specialty. This is the first thing. You need to find out what's your what and what's your whom. Because till the time you don't get these two things, you would not exactly know whom you reach out to, right? So the first step in the online coaching business is understanding a super specialty. Now, what kind of super specialty can be there? So essentially, by one of this gentleman who wrote about this book on how to find your niche, he said that entire niches or entire specialization, in the world is only into three parts. So if you want to do an online coaching, just pick up three topics. One of these three topics actually. So people usually universally have three problems. Number one is health. So all your yoga, counseling, doctor, basically, your fitness, nutrition, dieting, all these comes under health. So if you want to pick up a niche, health is one of the biggest problems that people face. And people are ready to spend how much of money they want to spend on health, which if you see, all the gyms are technically full, right? So health is one of the most widely used niches. Second niche is what we call as a niche to make money, right? So let's take into financial consulting. You're into basically you into affiliate marketing. You're telling people how to make money online, right? So second niche can be around money, and third can be around relationships, right? So relationship problem was very huge. Today, every household has a relationship problem, or somebody definitely has a relationship problem. So you can pick up any specialty or any topic, just in case you haven't figured out what your niche is, what your specialty is. You can pick up any specialty in one of these three topics, right? So I've written a lot of specialty for you over here. The specialty can be yoga, relationship, neuro-linguistic programming, education, digital marketing, doctors, Posh. Posh is again one of the biggest markets today, right? How to make money online, into fitness, dieting, stress management, mental health, sports. You can pick up any niche from here, right? So Posh is one of these, one of these trainings for, for women harassment in the organization, right? So this is one of the very upcoming niches nowadays. A lot of it's compulsory for every company to have a Posh training. Okay, all right. So are we clear till now about how to find super specialty? Yeah. So I wanted to type on the chat box in case you figure out what you're super specialist in. I wanted to type on chat box, I am a super specialist. Put in the chat box, I am a super specialist. Right. Just type the word SS on the chat box in case you think it's too much to type, right? So that we know that you understood the first step. This is the first step in your online coaching business, to understand what's a super specialty. All right, fantastic. Now, are you ready for step number 2? Type the word ready on the chat box in case you're ready for step number 2. Fantastic. Let's go for step number 2. So step number 2 is to basically how to build an online course and which mechanism of online course to choose. Because sometimes, you might want to build an online course, but you do not know which path to take. Let me explain this to you, that what are different types of online courses right now. So whenever you make a course, whenever you build an online curriculum, your curriculum should have 3 things in place. Number 1, your course should solve a problem. Because you have to understand something, that people today don't buy courses. People buy solutions. They want somebody to solve their problem. Do you agree with me that people today buy solutions? They don't buy courses. And the word agree on the chat box if you agree with me so far. Right? So you need to basically find what problem are you solving of people. Number 2, you need to teach something that basically brings transformation and just doesn't just give information to people. Right? You need to simplify your training pretty well, because that's what people are looking at. They're looking to go from point A to point B. So from a soft skill trainer, if I can help somebody to speak pretty well, I'm helping them transform from point A to point B. That's what your training should do. It should transform people. And number 3, your training should help people to achieve a goal. Right? So ultimately, you need to use 3 things. You need to basically solve a problem. You need to bring transformation, and need to help people to achieve a goal. Right? This is STG: solving problem, transforming somebody, achieving a goal. Type the word STG and make a note of these 3 things. So when you build a course, ask yourself: is this course solving problem? Is this course bringing transformation? Or is this course actually helping to achieve somebody a goal? STG, right? Solving problem, transformation, and having a goal. All right. And now there are about 5 types of coaching. Number 1, the first coaching type is called the e-learning coaching. Right? What is e-learning? E-learning essentially is a platform, where people just put information. You can say like your Udemy's of the world, right? Where you're just giving textual information, you're just giving contextual information to people, and people have to read through it. It's very boring sort of a platform, but a lot of people still do it in the industry. A lot of corporates still love e-learning platforms. Second is basically your e-coaching. Now, what's e-coaching? E-coaching essentially is where you do coaching one-on-one through Skype. So you have got a client somewhere sitting in US, UK, Singapore, or in India. You're not coaching many people. You're just coaching one-on-one. So what I'm doing right now is not an e-coaching. I'm doing a group coaching. I'm coaching everybody at one go. Right? E-coaching is you're doing personal training through Zoom or Skype or whatever software you're using right now. Third is what we call as collaborative learning. What's collaborative learning? Where the participants in the training help each other, and they kind of, they train each other. So let's take, in the coaching program, somebody's good at, let's take marketing, and somebody's good at building curriculum. So the marketing guy helps the curriculum guy, and the curriculum guy helps the marketing guy. So essentially what you're trying to do, you're helping each other to overcome your weakness. So we call this collaborative learning. You must have seen, when in school or college, some of your friends must have helped you with something or the other. They must have helped you with mathematics, helped you with science. You're doing collaborative learning over there. So people are teaching each other, right? And the last is what we call as a virtual classroom. So what we are doing right now is we are doing a virtual classroom right now. We're doing a group online coaching where we are coaching everybody at one go, right? And basically, the best part about virtual classrooms are, at a single standpoint, you are addressing to 100 plus people and you're coaching everybody at the same time, right? So there are 4 types of coaching again: e-learning, e-coaching, collaborative learning, and virtual classrooms. Which one do you think is more powerful among all these 4? Put in the chat box. Let me see. Virtual classroom, absolutely. But there's one more coaching style which is even more powerful than all these 4. And we call this hybrid coaching, or I call this online domination. Wherein if you're able to make a system where you do a virtual classroom, you get people to collaborate each other, you also have one-on-one interventions in the middle, and you have some written material and video recordings to show, is hybrid, right? So essentially, you as a coach eventually want to move into hybrid. Now, currently, some of you might be doing e-learning, might be giving you materials through an online platform like Google Drive or something else. Some of you might also be basically doing e-coaching. But if you really want to be effective coach, you need to move into a hybrid system. You need to either move your courses into proper recorded courses, or you want to do a live course the way I'm doing right now, right? So, are you clear with this? The types of coaching available in the market today? Type the word clear on chat box. I think it's very, very clear so far. Right? Are you guys basically getting value till now? Are you guys enjoying till now? Yep. All right. Let's move forward. So, once you've understood a specialty, once you have understood how to build an online course, the third step and the most important step in the entire business is, which is really overlooked by many, many trainers, is what we call as marketing. So there are lots of people who are great coaches, but they're very bad marketers. And that's really one of the biggest drawback in the entire industry, right? For example, how many of you guys over here today are currently doing word of mouth training? That means your only source of referrals is word of mouth. Type the word WOM on the chat box in case you're doing word of mouth. Yeah. Now, do you think your business can sustain with word of mouth? Do you think only business with word of mouth? Not really. So, guys, just hold on to your questions. I'll answer your questions, towards the end. Whatever questions you have, I'll be able to solve it. Right? Don't worry about it. Okay. The thing with word of mouth is you cannot really scale your business with word of mouth. Because what really happens in this in the coaching business is sometimes people might say, okay, you know what, I'm going to come tomorrow to your training center. I'm going to pay you money in the venue. And guess what? That guy never turns up at the venue. Does it happen? Has it happened to all of you? That you see somebody, who somebody's promising to come to the training center and somebody actually comes, but it doesn't turn up, he doesn't pay you money. Yeah, this happens every single time. So you cannot scale up your business. Problem is word of mouth is great, but you can't scale up your business with word of mouth. That's one of the biggest issues. Your aim is essentially to become an authority in the industry. And you can't become an authority by just doing word of mouth. If you want to become an authority, you need to be marketing yourself. And if you really ask me, all of us in this industry are only in one business. And this business of ours is only in the business of marketing. Okay? Why? Is because if you don't market yourself, how will people who want to know about you can reach out to you? And if you're not marketing yourself at this age where marketing has become dirt cheap, you'll be missing out a lot of your audience. And if you see sometimes the competition who essentially is not as great coach as you, his curriculum is pretty okay, they make more money than what you do. Has it happened to all of you where competition actually makes more than what you do? And you're wondering, why does he do that? How does he make more than me? Yeah, it's because he's marketing himself and you're not marketing yourself. This is one of the biggest crime you're doing if you're not marketing yourself today. You need to market yourself. Because if you don't showcase your strengths, how will people know? As in the industry, we say, jo dikta hai, wo bikta hai. If you don't show yourself, nobody will actually know you. Right? So don't worry. If you miss a session, a recording will be shared with you tomorrow. Right? So don't worry on that. All right. Now, I'm not saying word of marketing is bad, but your business can't survive on word of marketing. That's where the problem is. Guys, please, my request is to shut off your audios and your videos because it will disturb the entire session. Okay. So let me tell you a story. When I conducted my first workshop, I was purely relying on word of mouth initially. I used to call up my friends, my family. I used to give messages to my friends and everybody and my students, right? And just to share with other people. But word of mouth worked for 2-3 sessions pretty well. But when I started on my own, when I came full time into coaching business, problem is I exhausted all my word of mouth contacts. When I conducted my first workshop, just with the basis of word of mouth, after I came full time in the industry, I only got 2 people attending a workshop, 2 people. That's about it. So which is why I said to myself, you know what, this can't really work. If I really want to become pretty big, I need to understand how to get crowd, how to get people in the workshop. Right? So I started running ads. I started basically, understanding, okay, what it really takes to get people in the crowd, what it really takes to get people in a seminar or webinar. And then I got second workshop. And just by spending a close to about 3,500, 4,000 bucks, I was actually able to get my room full, right? Because then I learned the art of how to get people. Like today, if you see, all of you guys have come over here purely because of marketing. You must have seen my ad on Facebook or Instagram, or somebody must have referred to you, which is why you're over here today. Is it true that all of you just saw my ad on Facebook and Instagram? Give me a quick yes in case you saw that. If you really want to see the power of marketing, look at all the people currently attending this webinar right now. It's purely and purely because of marketing. So marketing is a bloodline. You should be marketing yourself. And the problem is, as a traditional coach, we always think, I don't want to invest too much, because what if I invest so much? What if I basically do things? What if I do that? Will people come to my session? Will people come to my workshop? That's one of the biggest dilemmas people always do, right? But you have to understand that once you market yourself, you will not only give high value to people, but you also get high returns. And the best part about online is everything is cheap, right? The softwares are cheap, your sessions are cheap, you don't have to pay for the venue rent, you don't have to pay for food and coffee. So your cost really comes down. And if you're not marketing yourself, the problem is, you cannot realize the full potential of your coaching business. That means your knowledge can actually fetch you millions of rupees only if it is showed in front of the right people. Do you agree with me that today there are people who want to buy your coaching, right? But they are not able to know who you are. And if they know it, it will be fantastic. Like, if you don't believe in me, I'm going to show you one of my live dashboards, right? How many of you guys over here want to see my live dashboard? You want to see my back end, and you want to see basically how much I've spent to get people in session right now. Type the word "show me" on the chat box. I'll show you live proof of it right now. Yeah. So I'm going to prove it to you that marketing is not expensive today. Okay. So let me just take you to my back end. And this is what we do, Today, we have stopped relying completely on word of mouth. We don't really rely ourselves on word of mouth. We only and only market ourselves, because the only thing that really works for us is to understand, how do we get people in the room? Because till when people don't come in the room, they would not pay you money. They would not want to buy a coaching. They wouldn't basically, be listening to you. So you need to really get this right. So I'm going to show you one of my live dashboards. So you can see over here, this is my account. We spent close to about 10 lakh rupees till date on our marketing in total, right? And we'll show you what kind of ads we ran and, basically what's been our cost of marketing. So today you can actually just pay an amount of a standee, about 2,500, 3,000 bucks, and you can still get people whenever and wherever you want to get them. So as you can see over here, this is basically, we ran about 5 campaigns over here with different creators. You can see how much we spent, 632 bucks. You can see the total this particular month is about 2,500 bucks is what I've spent so far, right? And I've got close to, 130, 140 people registering for this particular session, out of which 100 people are there online right now, right? Is it a good turn rate? Is it a good turnout rate? It's basically one of the most fantastic in the industry, actually, right? And this is the proof of it. You can see, the dashboard is in live in front of you right now, right? And this is what it really takes. You need to understand this thing, because this is the most important thing when you start doing things. Absolutely, right? So if you really understand that, now the question is, how do you market yourself? What are the vehicles you should use to marketing yourself? So for this, you need to actually understand. You need to run ad campaigns. You need to do webinars. So for webinars, you can use a tool called Zoom, which I'm using right now. Pretty stable, pretty nice, right? You can actually market via ebooks. So let's take you're not one of those guys who can speak pretty well, but you're one of those guys who can write pretty well, right? Basically, you can actually start doing webinars. Right? You can start doing ebooks. Right? You can write ebooks and you can start marketing ebook. So when people download the ebook, you have to give their name, email, phone number to you, and you can reach out to them. You can reach out to them via email or SMS or whatever it is. Start selling your online programs. You also need to have a personal website, because personal branding is the most important thing. Like, a lot of you must have gone through my LinkedIn. They must have actually gone through my, my website to understand a bit more about me, who I am, and what do I do. And next is you also need to do social media marketing, right? So if you really ask me, the best trainer in the market does not win. The best known trainer always wins. So your aim is not to become the best trainer. Right? You aim to become the best known trainer. Because when you're the best known trainer, trust me, everybody want to get coached with you. Right? Because the kind of knowledge which you possess, nobody else can possess the same knowledge. The kind of experience you have, people might be wanting that experience from you. And people are ready to pay for the experience from you. So your aim is to become the best known trainer, not just the best trainer. If you're committed to become the best known, type the word DK on the chat box. Right? DK on the chat box. So unfortunately, I can't really show you the entire ad process over here because the time is pretty short. Okay, this quote is basically said by Grant Cardone. So Grant Cardone said the best product doesn't win, the best known product doesn't win. I just turn it to best trainer. That's about it. But Grant Cardone is one of the best sales trainer. This quote is by him. It's not by me. Okay, fantastic. So let's do a quick recap so far. Can somebody tell me what was the first thing you should do becoming an online coach? What is the first thing you should do becoming an online coach? The first step is to have speciality. Correct. Find your niche, right? What's the second step? So once you've identified specialty or super specialty, what's the second thing you should be doing? Should be building a course, right? Should build an online course, have an online system, right? And what's the third thing you should be doing? STG, absolutely. Yeah. What's the third thing you should be doing? You should be doing marketing. So we're almost halfway through. I want to get just do a quick check. Are you guys getting a lot of value till now? Are you really understanding this entire game, this entire business? This is like a wheel, and it's a spokes of the wheel. If one of the spokes breaks in the wheel, what happens to the wheel? Do you think the wheel can survive? Not really, right? So you need to basically get this like a spoke. You need to understand all the aspects of it. Because once you understand all the aspects of it, your wheel will roll pretty well, and that's how your business will also roll pretty well. Right? That's what the thing is. Yeah, market yourself. So now I'm going to market myself over here, right? Very quickly. Okay, I want all of you guys to actually currently do one thing. Go to my Instagram profile. So I want you to go to my Instagram profile, and I want you to basically follow me on Instagram in case you're on Instagram. If you're basically on, and if you're currently on LinkedIn, I want you to currently add me on LinkedIn, right? Because that's how we'll be in touch. And I have committed this 21 days. I'm going to post a lot of videos for all of you, and you can probably see a lot of videos from me on my Instagram profile, on my Facebook profile, and on my LinkedIn profile. So make sure that you follow me on these platforms, because this can actually be very beneficial for you. And you'll be getting some of the world-class content over here, because everybody's trying to make this time best best utilized. So you can add me on LinkedIn, you can add me on Instagram, right? And you can actually follow me out there. Amazing. So are you ready for the next step? Are you ready to jump to the step number 4? To go to the 4th stage? Type the word 4 on the chat box in case you want to go to the 4th stage right now. Okay, let's go to the 4th stage. The 4th stage right now is you need to build what we call as a automation machine, a marketing automation machine. Now, what does automation really mean? So see, as a single person, you need to either get employees to get people to your sessions, or you need to automate your system. What is easier, to hire employees or to automate? What do you think? Is to automate, obviously, right? Let me show you how do we automate. How many of you like to basically learn how to make an automation machine, how to make what we normally call as a funnel in digital marketing, right? Type the word funnel on the chat box in case you want to know, how do we do this? How do we essentially understand different tools, and how do we get people? Okay, let's get started. So the first thing you should be doing is, as I told you, you should be building what we call as a lead magnet. Now, what's a lead magnet? Lead magnet is this is something that you give valuable, something of value. Like currently, if you see over here, I'm giving something of value to all of you. That means I'm really telling you, how can you become an online coach, right? I'm giving you a lot of value, and at the end of my session today, I'm going to tell you how can you basically be a part of it. of a paid online coaching system where I'm going to help you to become an online coach. And that's what I'm going to do, right? And I want to be very transparent about it, because it's better to be transparent than basically you feeling that okay, like towards the end, I was not expecting this. But first thing is you need to build a lead magnet. Now, what's a lead magnet? It can be a webinar, right? Like what I'm doing right now. It can be an ebook. It can be a how-to guide. So let's take, you're a homemaker. A lot of girls want to learn cooking right now, right? You can actually teach them how to cook cupcakes, how to cook, pastas, how to cook a pizza at home. Right? Because a lot of people want to learn this from you. This is a yoga teacher. A lot of people want to be fit, so you can teach them how to do yoga to basically, lose your weight. How to do yoga to actually, improve your respiratory system. How do you do yoga to increase your immunity at this point in time? So give something of value. Now, in return of this valuable information, you take their data. Their data is called lead, because you take their name, email, phone number, right? And for this, you can use a software called Zoom, which I'm using right now. Some of the software for webinar is you can use Google Hangout, or you can also use GoToWebinar, right? Correct. It's a platform that ultimately gives lead. Absolutely clear, right? Are we clear with this step? What is a lead magnet? Yeah. If you're clear, type the word clear in the chat box. Right? So this is the first thing we should be doing, building a lead magnet. Now the question is, how do you get people to the lead magnet? How do you get people to understand more about you and know more about you? Right? That is where you can actually see, okay, you have to start generating content, because people will only see your content and they will know about a lead magnet. For example, some of my content I posted on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on Instagram, telling people to join this webinar today, right? So you need to do a lot of content generation. Since you're free right now, think of something valuable that you can give every day to your viewers on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. When you do that, tell people to join a lead magnet. Download an ebook, come to a webinar, come to a seminar. It can be anything. Right? Now, how do you collect the leads? For collecting the lead, you probably need what we call as a page where people can register. We normally call this the landing page, right? These are the three things you require to build a brand. You need to get a lead magnet. So say I want to do a webinar, seminar, ebook, generate content, get people to it, and ultimately get people to fill up a form. So today there are a lot of online tools which you can actually use, and you can build a small form and get people to register over there. Now there can be two things that can happen. Now tell me something, whenever somebody fills up the form, when they do all of them turn up, or do all of them take your lead magnet, or just few of them take your lead magnet? What do you feel? Do all of them take, or few people take? Absolutely, only few people take it, right? So now let's take the first step. Let's take, what if somebody took it? What if somebody filled up the lead form? Right, so you can basically automate this with a thing called Google Sheets. So I normally manage all my leads in Google Sheets, the free tool, right? And for building a page, you can use a software called ClickFunnels or WordPress. So with ClickFunnels or WordPress, you can actually build a landing page for yourself. It's very easy, not that difficult. And ClickFunnels has a 14-day free trial, and WordPress is free with the website. So you can actually use either of them to collect leads. And you can automate this lead to Google Sheets. Now, when you give leads, you ultimately do a webinar or seminar. And when you basically build a hub, when you build your courses, that means you can take them to your online course. If somebody is really interested, he'll buy a course. And if you really want a school, you want an online school of yours, you can use a software called Teachable, right? This is one of the greatest tools for use. So I'll just show you how Teachable looks like. So you basically get a perspective. Like currently, when I go to my school right now, I'll just show it to you. How does it really look? Just give me one moment. I'm just logging in. So as you can see over here, my school is currently loading, right? And this is my school on this account called Teachable, where I've got a lot of courses. I've got how to launch a course in 30 days, website development program, digital marketing program. So in fact, all our students are into this account called Teachable. So this is nothing. It requires no coding, and you can actually get anybody you want in this program. And the best part is, with this online software, you will be able to manage your entire course. Like currently, we see over here, I've got about 447 students in my coaching system, right? And all of them are coaching right now as I'm speaking to you, and they're going through the online courses while I'm conducting this webinar at this point in time. So some of the at least 10, 20 of them go through the course every single day on this platform. And this platform gives me statistics. This platform gives me that how many people complete the course, how many people solve which particular portion of the course. I can play quizzes in this particular course. So everything is inbuilt. You don't have to do anything. So for building a program, you can actually use this thing called Teachable. It is actually pretty good, and you will be able to do things, on your own. So are we clear with this first cycle of, first of all, building a lead magnet, marketing yourself, getting them to a page, getting them to fill up a lead form, and ultimately bringing them to a teachable account to do the course? If you're very clear, type the word yes on the chat box. It is very, very clear so far. Okay, fantastic. Now, what really happens if people do not fill up the form? Not everybody comes to fill up the form, right? So if people do not fill up the form, you remarket them. Now, what is remarketing? Remarketing essentially is, you must have seen, when actually people, when you go to an Amazon or Make My Trip or any of the website, you do an add to cart to product, and when you come back to Facebook, you actually see the same ad coming everywhere. Has it happened to all of you? You go to a particular site, you see a particular product, and the same product basically starts going everywhere. Yeah, that's called remarketing. So people who do not fill up the form, don't really leave them. They were interested, but something held them back. Okay. So essentially, you need to build remarketing on that. And then once you do that, they might come back to your landing page, and they might again come and fill up a lead form, right? That's what it is. Let me do a quick recap for you. Okay. So first step is to build something that is of value, right? Correct. Value, 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 and pitch. Yes. Build something of value. The value is your webinar, ebook, seminar, whatever it is. Market that particular property on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever it is. Get people to it. Get them to fill up a form. Once they fill up a form, pitch to them and tell them to buy your courses, and you can use Teachable for that, right? If they don't fill up the form, you remarket them, tell them what they're missing out, and market them again. Once you do that, this is a marketing automation machine. So while you're sleeping, this machine works for you and it makes money for you. And this is what you can actually do to build an online course for yourself. Is this extremely, extremely, extremely valuable for you? And are you loving it till now? Type the word loving it in case you're loving this so far. In case you're thinking that this is really an eye-opener for you, and this is bringing up new horizons for you at this point in time, right? That's what you need to do, guys. You need to essentially automate your business, because if you aren't automating your business, you're missing out something very, very big at this point in time. Okay, and this is how you complete your fourth stage. So it's not only my program which I use it on. I also have a 3-month course which I only do on Sundays. I'm using it on that. I also consult a meditation company, where they do a lot of meditation workshops. I'm using it for that. I'm also using it for the offline sessions. Currently it's on hold because of all this coronavirus thing. But otherwise, before this, you were able to fill up even offline workshop with the same method. There's a student called Sandhya in my program. She basically teaches people mathematics, and even she uses the same automation system to actually automate her business, right? And that's what really it is. You need to kind of do this if you're really keen to build an online system, right? So this is your fourth step. Now, are you ready for the last step? Are you ready for the last stage in this, right? So for brand pages, you can actually use WordPress or ClickFunnels. Nikita, right? Type the word ready on the chat box. Be ready for the last step, right? So the last step you need to basically be, in the coaching business, is to actually build what we call as the online community. Why? Because community at the end of the day is everything, right? A lot of people, what they do is when somebody buys a program, they buy the program and they leave the person then and there over there. But you should not leave the person over there, because your existing customers are one of the biggest brand ambassadors of yours. What if you can serve them lifelong? What if we can actually build a community with them? And that's how you can actually scale up your business. So let me give you an example over here. Like, we've got a community of people on our WhatsApp group where all our existing students talk to each other, they help each other, they meet each other. We have online meetups happening, and we share a lot of value to each other. So let's take, if somebody's facing one issue, the other person just helps them out. So this is what we call as collaborative learning. So the advantage of a community is, if you nurture your community pretty well, okay, it can actually help you. So now let me tell you, basically what can it be? So there are two kinds of coaches today: the regular coach and the online coach. What's the difference in both of them, right? So the regular coach, the biggest problem is, most of us, we stop learning after school, colleges, and we think our learning is over. But how many of you feel that, after school and college is over, that's when actual real learning starts? That means you really understand the biggest skill set in the market is, how to market yourself, how to brand yourself, how to build communities. That's not taught in schools or colleges. Give me a quick yes on chat box if you really feel that. That, whatever you learn in schools and colleges is great, but it's not really helpful for the real life scenario. Yeah. So which is why, you need to basically, learn how to survive in the real world, because they don't teach you that over there, right? Now, sometimes what happens is, as a regular coach, we keep on doing a lot of self-learning, trial and error. But the biggest problem is, while doing self-learning, we do not really know what to follow, because there's so many things, there's so many scenarios. Sometimes we get overwhelmed by all of these things, and we keep on doing a lot of trial and error, and that's why we waste a lot of time. So ultimately, you need to kind of, get an expert, seek a mentor who can actually help you with things. So, and if you're doing these things the old school way, you reach your goal, but after a lot of time, energy, and effort. But if you're doing it the online way, if you're really having a coach and a mentor, he can actually help you to reach your goal very, very fast. Which is why my only advice is that find somebody who has walked your path. Find somebody who's actually, can actually guide you and tell you how to do things the right way. Because that's the most important thing, right? So let me show you one of the testimonials of one of these students in my program, and basically what she had to say about her program. So her name is Shreya. She was, she was a lactation consultant. She also teaches yoga people in Pune, in Pimpri, in a small town, in Maharashtra. And today, I'm very proud to say that she's one of the first ones to actually help people, not only in India, but she also got clients from Spain, Germany, and abroad nations. And she's helping them online, with the problems of breastfeeding and yoga and mental stress and all that stuff. Let's see what she has to say, about our program.
I'm Shreya Shah, a child educator who conducts classes at Pune, Mumbai, and Pimpri. Somehow I wanted to start my courses online, and Hitesh has been, and his online courses have been a fabulous at help. I stay at Pune. I have already done my one online course, and trust me, with his technique, when you actually launch a Facebook ad, I got 65 leads within first 3 days, and I got 5 conversions, and my course went absolutely well. So join him and actually complete your dreams. Thank you. Bye.
So how many guys over here are impressed by Shreya's journey, where she was somebody who did not do online coaching in the past, had no experience, was only doing it offline. And if she can do it, I think you can do it as well. How many of you guys are inspired by? Just type the word inspired on the chat box in case you're truly inspired by a journey. Right. So not only Shreya, but we have got a lot of people, like we had this guy called Rivaz, who was basically working full time in this company called Morgan Stanley, and he was teaching people about this thing called CFA, and he never ever coached before this. He never ever did any online thing. But when he came into our program, he actually started, delivering sessions online. And when he did his first webinar, just the way I'm doing right now, he actually sold a program of 20,000 rupees. Right. We also got a guy called Kumar Achanta from Hyderabad. He basically was again never into online coaching. We were just trying to explore things here and there. When he came to our training in his first webinar, he closed about 2 sales, where he thought it was impossible, The first time he got sales, straight away called me, Hitesh, this is like magic. He actually got sales happening. So you can do this as well. If you really want to understand the system, now I'm going to tell you about one of my programs which can actually help you to become an online coach. Before that, how many guys over here, are actually ready to jump into the online business? Type the word "I am ready" in the chat box if you're ready to jump in the online business. So I'm going to point out some things, and if you're ready, just keep on typing the word "ready, ready, ready" in the chat box, right? So how many of you guys over here want to take back control of your life? You really want life to work as per you and not by somebody else. You want to do things as per you. You want to actually start taking control of your time. You want to do things as per your convenience. You want to do coaching as per your convenience. You're not really dependent on somebody else. And you want to get more time with your family, with your friends, with your wife, etc., etc. How many of you over here, most importantly, want to influence the life of other people? You actually want to impact other people. You actually want to help other people. And how many of you want to quit your 9 to 5 game and do what you love? You want to actually start serving people. And how many of you guys over here want to actually dominate with the online courses? So now I'm going to tell you about my online coaching program. So in case you want free value, this is it. In case you're not interested in a paid commitment right now, you're free to leave the webinar. There's no compulsion for you to buy this program, but I only want serious people. I only want people who are really serious about online coaching, and I only want people who can actually do things, and who are really committed to take action. So I'm going to ask you one thing. Are you committed to take action right now? Do you think if I am able to deliver a lot of value to you right now, imagine what I'll do in my 1 month program? If you're committed, type the word, committed on the chat box. Okay, fantastic. Let me tell you about my program right now. Let me tell you what we have. So there are two things right now. Either you can do everything all by yourself. I've told you the tools, I've told you the software, I've told you the methodology. You can try it on your own. Or you can have me by your side, and you and me together can actually achieve this together. And I will help you to build a proper online system step by step and help you to become an online coach. Most importantly, I'll help you utilize this 21 days, and I'll be able to help you to build your online business by the time this pandemic gets over. Right? Now, what I'll do is, now normally our courses earlier were 30 days. We were doing 2 sessions in a week. But it's a special, because people have time in their hand, I'm going to do the same session in a 1 week stretch. Do you think that would be good for you if I do a live session, in 1 week stretch, so that we're 1 week, every evening you and me meet, and we can basically do things together. And in the meanwhile, I can also basically help you, I'll also give you the recording of my last classes, my last 1 month program. So you can actually see the recording in the meanwhile, and then you can also attend the live class. You can get both together just because you're free at this point in time. Right? So, and you're not alone. So you, along with a group of other coaches, will actually be launching your course at the same time so that you don't procrastinate. So everybody is in this together. So there'll be support systems, there'll be support buddies, and you'll be supporting each other. Do you think that will be good? Yeah. Type the word good on the chat box. That will be good. So basically you will be helping somebody else and somebody will be helping you, because it's buddy partners, right? And buddy partners can help each other to actually, get to the goal, and we will all launch the online courses together. Fantastic. In this program, unlike other programs, will be live and practical. So I'm going to do a hybrid right now. I'll give you a recording of my sessions, plus I'll do this program live. That means you can ask me any questions you want in the in the chat box then and there itself. And towards the end, because as a paid coaching, you can also talk to me, and we can also talk to each other and get things sorted for you, right? So now, how does it really work? We help you in 3 areas. Number one, we actually help you to build a curriculum. We help you to build a structure. We help you to basically get your outline ready so that you get ready to do an online coaching. We'll also help you to build a marketing and automation. We'll tell you how to market, how to get a webinar and seminar room full, and how to essentially automate your sessions. Also, I will be helping you to craft a perfect webinar. How do you craft a webinar? How do you engage people? Like, for example, if you see, there's a lot of crowd out here, but still there are questions coming in, there's an activity happening. How do you engage people in the webinar? I'm going to teach you that as well. So it's a complete package. It's not just about building a course. It's about understanding its entire psychology on how to structure a course, how to structure a webinar, and how do you sell your programs, right? Not only that, what's in it for you? So first of all, you'll be inspiring a lot of people that you know right now. How many of you guys over here really want to inspire a lot of people. Just give me a quick yes on the chat box. In case you think that the people who need you right now, but you're just not able to reach out to them. Right. Number two, right? You will be basically building a consistent stream of income. That means you'll be able to make money right from your home. How many guys want to do that? How many of you make a lot of money online? Type the word yes on the chat box. And how many of you guys over here want to actually make your business run in your own terms? You know, you're not dependent on somebody else. You want to do things your way, right? And most importantly, you'll be helping to change somebody's life. How many of you guys want to change somebody's life? Just give me a quick yes, yes, yes on chat box, right? So I call this program the Online Course Domination Program, which is the first program with true guided approach. Not only that, we've done this program offline, we're doing this program online right now, right? And this program is something, which we are starting, on 12th of April. It will go for the entire week in that particular week. So what do you get in this program? You just don't get one thing. I'm going to give you the entire package, the entire bundle. So first, you understand what we call as the online course mastery, where you understand how to build a course from scratch, from the beginning. So if you haven't done this, don't worry. There are a lot of people who haven't done this in the past, but I'm going to help you how to do that. So I'm going to teach you. I'm going to give you templates. Like how did I give you fill in the blanks initially? I'm going to give you a lot of templates. Once you fill in the templates, your content, your website, everything will be ready. You think that'll be fantastic for you? Give me a quick yes on chat box. So there'll be a template for writing your curriculum. There'll be a template of writing your bio. So in case you think I'm not a good content writer, I do not know how to write about myself, you will do that. There'll be a template to understanding, what are the pain points of your customer. There'll be a template to understanding, how can you become a coach and how do you structure your presentations? How do you make your presentations so that people pay attention to you while you're delivering an online coaching, right? Then, so this is like a small snapshot over here where I've given you paragraph. You just fill in the blanks and your para, your description, your website content will be ready. Right? Then the second program which I'm going to give you is what we call the Marketing Mastery Program, where I'm going to teach you how do you market and how do you automate. So I'm going to teach you how do we market on Facebook? How do you make creatives? How do you essentially understand how to target people and the way you target people? Because targeting is most important. You might be a good coach, but you do not know where to find people from. So I'm going to show you how do you find people from. So for this, I'll give you a list. You just tick mark and your targeting will be ready. I'll give you a template. If you follow the template for your ads will work like crazy. Like just the way I showed you, I just spent $2,500. I got about 100 people in 7, actually more than 100 supposed to join, but my limitation is to about 100 people right now, right? So you want to see that. Then I'm also going to show you, I'm also going to teach you how to automate. For example, some of you got my emails. Yeah, 15 minutes before, 10 minutes before, when we got live, we got an email, right? How do we send automation? How do we build a funnel? How do we build a system? I'm going to teach you that. How many of you guys over here want to basically master marketing out here? Type the word yes on the chat box in case you want to master the marketing. You want to understand that how do you become a marketing machine and how do you build an automation system out here at a less and economical cost, right? Fantastic. Then I'm also going to teach you how do we do webinar mastery. How do you conduct your webinars? I'm also going to give you how do you outline your sales system. How do you conduct sessions on Zoom? How do you have a payment gateway? How do you collect international payments, Indian payments? How do you structure your content? I'm also going to give you a PPT template which can actually help you do that. Do you think that will be valuable to you? Right? Type the word yes on chat box again if you think that will be valuable for you. So you also get a webinar mastery program. So you got a marketing mastery, webinar mastery, online course domination. 3 things so far. Not only that, I'm also going to give you, and at the end of the day, you'll be launching a program in just close to, 1 week. So you're going to get a recording on the spot plus a session, right? Now, how many of you guys over here would like to have some bonuses? Type the word bonus in the chat box in case you want to have some add-ons. You want to get some bonus. Okay, just type the word bonus in chat box. Let me show you what you get, what more you get. Because I'm not going to stop over here. I'm going to give you utmost value so they make this the best deal for you, right? So before that, let me show you what's the outcome for the curriculum. You're finalizing your course. You'll be making your own creatives, understanding how to run Facebook ads, Twitter ads, Instagram ads. You'll be understanding how to make webinar pitch, sales pitch, how to close clients, and most importantly, how to launch a program. Right. So as a bonus, first thing is I'm going to give you like a template list I'm going to give you a booklet which has every single detail documented step by step how to launch a course. How many of you would want to grab a copy of this? Because this alone, this blueprint alone is about 20,000 rupees. Not only this, I'm also going to I'm going to also critique your Facebook campaigns. So what I'm going to essentially do is I'm going to essentially work with you, and I'm going to work with you for your social media ads, and I'm going to work with you on pitch. So I'm going to help you fine tune that, because fine tuning that is more important. It's not about what you write; it's about what your audience wants. And I've done this hundreds of times, so I'll be able to give you my personal critique on that, and that alone is worth 15,000 rupees. Do you think that will be good for you? Type the word good in the chat. I think that will be good for you. A blueprint and a pitch critique and a Facebook ad critique for you, right? Not only this, you will be also getting a webinar outline blueprint. So what I've done is I have observed over 100 plus webinars of my students, of mine, and I've got like a perfect pitch for the webinar. What really works, what to do at the start, what to do at the middle, what to do at the end, how do you close things. I'm going to give you that as well. That alone is worth 25,000 bucks. And if you take the action today, you also get a one-to-one call with me, a one-to-one consulting for 30 minutes as a super bonus for 25,000, worth 25,000 rupees, right? How many of you guys think that will be valuable for you? Type the word yes on the chat, because you're going to grab all of these things over here right now, right? So this bonuses plus the course alone is worth about ₹1,00,000. But today I'm going to charge you so much, right? So extra bonuses come all for free. We don't really charge you anything for this today. So 4 days of live course. We're going to have this program for a week starting April 12th. Okay, and in the meanwhile, you will also get the recording of the session of my previous sessions, of my live sessions. You get a recording of my previous live sessions, which you can go through, and then you can again come back and you can revise the session starting 12th April with me. And then we all are going to stay for 1 week, and in 1 week we meet every day in the night from 7 to 8:30, the same timing as of now, and you and me together will launch your online course, right? So basically 6 days of online coaching plus the bonuses. How much of you guys think you are in? You want to get in this program right now? Type the word I am in on the chat box. You can get this program right now, right? So normally this program is something for 15,000 bucks, but I'm going to do something super crazy right now. So right now the time is about 8:10, and I'm going to give you time for about 10 minutes as of now. I'm going to give you an offer of till about 8:20. And if you take a decision, I'm going to give this program to you, not for 10,000, not for 7,000. In the past, people have paid 8,000 rupees for this program. But because it's the time that we all are running right now, I'm going to give this program to you for just about 4,995 for the next 15 minutes only. So how many of you guys want to jump in? In case you want to jump in, you can pay by credit card, debit card. In case you think that you want to pay with Google Pay, you want to pay with Paytm, feel free to do that. So I'm going to put this link on the chat box, okay? And once you basically make the payment, you'll get an access to the recording by tonight, and you will also basically get, the entire program live by meeting with me on April 12th. You can also do a bank transfer. Just click on this link. You can do an NEFT also from your Sunil Shah. All right. So just if you want to do a bank transfer, send me an email on hitesh.analyst@gmail.com, or let me just give you my bank details. Okay, just give me 1 second. We can go over here. You can do an online banking. This is got net banking available. You can just click over here, use the net banking, and you do an online payment right now. You can do a Google Pay. Yes. You can do a Google Pay at 9892414313. This is my Google Pay number. Okay, you can do that. Give me 1 second. Okay, this is my Google Pay number. And if you want, you can also basically get a Google Pay ID as well. This is my Google Pay ID, right? So if you want, you can just do an online payment. Let me tell you what all do you get. It's not just about this course. The course starts April 12th. So April 12th is the start date of this program, and you get the recording of the sessions, recording of my last previous live sessions on the spot, right? So you can start your coaching right after you make the payment tonight, right? So the total number of hours is actually is 1.5 hours each session, 3 hours in a week. It's about 12 hours of sessions right now. It's total 12 hours that you can actually get of the sessions right now, and it's a recording of a live program, and yes, you get everything. So the Teachable account has got everything. So the moment you make the payment, I added to Teachable account, and Teachable account has got everything. So let me basically show you, what you basically get over here. So yes, everything. So basically, it's basically like a blueprint. It is like a PDF copy which you get over here. So when you come to this course right now, you can basically see over here. Let me just take you to one of my batches. Okay, let me just take you to my August batch. So we normally used to run this batch every month, right? But because people have free time over here, we're going to do a special this time. We're going to basically complete the entire course in a week itself. So you can see over here, this is the first one, build how to build an online course curriculum. When you click over here, you basically get the video. You can watch the video out here, and then you can also join our Facebook community, and you can also get the PDF and a template copy. So this templates is basically what is the blueprint. When you fill in the templates, you actually get everything over here. Then similarly, day number 2, okay, once you make your curriculum, what really happens? You actually understand how do you make your copies, how do we essentially start attracting people? How do you reduce the cost of your campaigns, right? So again, it's a video, and you can again get the entire presentation, the entire template to how to write a good copy, how do we do that? Everything is there. Right? So every single thing can be done out there, right? So you can do that. Just give me 1 second. So I'm just going to confirm everybody's payment in some time. So in the meanwhile, you can just click on the link, do the payment, and then tell me once you're done, type the word done on the chat box. Then I'm also going to show you how do we set up an InstaMojo account. Like basically, how do we set up the payment gateways? You're going to make your payment gateways with us. You're going to make your landing pages with us, right? And we basically help you do that as well. So every single thing will be taught to you from scratch, right? Then we also teach you how do we essentially use a email automation system called GetResponse, which is how do you market via emails, how do you automate, how do you connect your websites to this together, how do you use Teachable, how do you make a school like this, how can you put your curriculums, how can you give access to your curriculum to people. We teach you all that stuff as well. Then we teach you how to make a sales pitch. How do we essentially structure a sales pitch, what to do in sales pitch, what not to do in sales pitch, what are the best practices, what's the blueprint of sales pitch. You get that as well. Then we also teach you how do we use this webinar tool called Zoom. How do we conduct sessions, how do we essentially work with that. And then we also teach you how to automate, how to bring everything together. So this is what it is. It's totally an 8-day program. You actually get every single thing over here, right? So you can actually do this. And let me just get to my bank details over here. Just give me 1 second, people. Right? So it is not just a course, people. It's a community. It's a family. And the best part of family is all the family people work together. So we all work together to help you, and we all work together to basically make you a better coach. Give me 1 second. So for people, these are my bank details, okay, which you can use, and I'll again just put the link for all of you one more time, okay, which you can actually use. You can Paytm, you can Google Pay, you can do whatever you want. All right. Yes, you can NEFT on this number, and once you're in the NEFT, we will send you the confirmation, over a mail, and we'll give the access to you. So just send us a screenshot of your NEFT, and once it's done, then we will help you with it. All right. So now, we're going to take some questions of people. In case you have any questions, any doubts, please let us know. I'll be more than happy to take any questions of yours. So what is the tool for virtual classroom? We normally use Zoom for our sessions. So all our sessions are connected on Zoom. And you can also use Teachable for giving course access, right? So Teachable is one of the greatest tools because you can put everything out there. There's also one more tool called Invanto, which you can use. Invanto is also a great thing over here, right? Which you can actually use. So let me just see, what all we got. So we have got an NEFT, we got a Google Pay done by, an ID on Paytm for 9527756384. Okay. So if you don't have a personal website, you can use, if you have to learn a bit of WordPress, so WordPress can actually help you with that. So use WordPress for that, and with WordPress you'll be able to make it. Okay, Pooja, we got your payment. Your seat is confirmed. So welcome to online course domination, Pooja. So just ping me your, just on WhatsApp, just ping your email address so we can give you good access to you tonight. All right. So if you're not a coach, yes, even if you're not a coach, we will teach you how to start your online curriculum from scratch, Santosh, as I mentioned to you. So everything will be given to you from scratch. So don't worry about it. We got your email ID, Pooja, right? So don't worry about it. We got you covered. And in case you're not happy with this program, I'm happy to refund you the entire money back to you. So I don't want your money if you're not happy with this. So we've got a very strict policy. If you're not happy, we give you the money back to you, right? So I don't have a personal website how to go about it. So you can use WordPress or you can use ClickFunnels for that. And that's one of the best things to do. You can also use Wix, but Wix is not preferred. Okay, I would actually prefer you to basically make your website on WordPress. Yes, Santosh, you can Google Pay. You Google Pay on this number. It's 5995. So for 4995 for this particular program, Mohit. Okay, and so yeah. Any more questions you have? So see, I mean, once you launch a program, you need to invest in tools like Zoom and Get Response, obviously, because ultimately, if you need to automate your business, if you want to use your personal Gmail, you can do that. That's your choice. But at least you need a Zoom and you need Get Response for sure if you want to get people to your webinar. Because without these two tools, you will not be able to get people to your session, right? So, and I'll be very honest with you because I don't really want any complaints later on that we didn't tell you before. We got Nikita's payment. Nikita, you're in. We got your payment over here already. All right. Thank you, Nikita. We'll send you the course access. Just ping us your email address, okay, on the WhatsApp group. So just reply to me, and we will actually get you that. Yes, Vidhi, no problem. Yes, Mohit. So we got Nikita, we got Pooja. So yes, so essentially, if you really want to become an online coach, this is the best time to be, because imagine there's not much investment is required, but yes, how do you have offices? You need to basically invest in your systems, because system is something that can actually help you to build your programs better, right? And you essentially need that. So Santosh Kumar, we got your payment, Santosh. We got it. Yes. And your seat is confirmed for this particular session, Santosh. Welcome to the online course domination. So yes, Milan, I'll check your WhatsApp at a later stage. I'll do that, so don't worry about it. And I will reply back to you. Yes, so once you understand the system, so when I give you templates, the idea is you work on the templates and you come back to us. So see, it is not something which is just Gyan. It's Gyan plus implementation. That's why this program is totally different. Because I essentially want everybody to do things with me, right? So if you are basically, if you're able to do things, with me, that will basically help, both of us, because I ultimately want to done coaches. So we also got a payment from, okay, we got some IMPS, but I think that's you, Sunil. Yes, we got your IMPS, Sunil. If you can just ping me your email address, Sunil, right? We got your thing. Just ping me your email address, Sunil. You can just put in the chat over here, or you can just send me a WhatsApp on the number which is given on the screen right now, right? And then we'll send you the online course access. Great, Sunil. So we will send you the online course access in some time from now, and you will actually get the recording of our live sessions, and then you'll basically do that. So yeah, so what I was telling you is essentially, this access of this program is lifetime available to you. So the program which I gave you is available for lifetime. Also, the live session that we conduct with you guys from April 12th for 1 week, even that program will be given to you, for lifetime. So you'll get access to both the programs for lifetime, and we're in the midst of updating our curriculums as well. We'll actually be able to do that. Yes, we'll be able to help you from scratch. Don't worry about it. Right? So we'll help you to how to create a niche, how to create a program, how to build your marketing automation. Since you haven't done this, we'll actually do that. So Nikita, from tomorrow is difficult, but if you just go through my recording, through my recording, you'll be able to start your coaching journey from tomorrow itself. So you don't have to wait, which is why we're giving a recording to you at this point in time. So while we understand people are free, but then we want to do a group coaching over here. So which is why we wait for some more time. We'll do group coaching, but yes, you'll get the recording access by tonight, and you can start your online coaching journey by tonight itself. So don't worry about that. You'll be able to do that. Okay. So people, we got last few minutes left. In case if you're interested, just look at this link right now. You can make an online payment, or you can do a Google Pay, you can do a bank transfer, whatever you like, and you'll be able to actually launch your online programs. So as you see over here, I've quoted you right now itself by just spending about $2,500. We already got about 4 enrollments right now. This is the proof that this system actually works. And it's like this. You just need to follow the system. You just need to follow the steps that I'm going to give you, and trust me, your online journey will start in no time. And I'm not one of those people who are going to give you some expensive tools, something. I'm going to give you the cheapest possible tools and one of the smartest hacks which you can use to build your online program from scratch. So don't worry about it. Okay. Any more questions you have for me, feel free to ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions right now. So anything that you want to ask me. But did you guys enjoy today? Right? So in case you guys enjoyed this, please remember to follow us on social media platforms. Because we'll have a lot of content. We'll have a lot of content coming up on our social media as well. We're going to help people out with this. Okay. And you can do that. Yes, Sunil, you can just mail it to me, or you can just WhatsApp to me as well. I'll be more than happy to do that. Thank you so much, people. I really enjoyed being with all of you over here. Right, as I told you, yes, you require Zoom, you require GetResponse, these two softwares for you. Yes, Raji, you can do a Google Pay to us. No problem on that. You can do that, right? But yes, guys, if you're looking for something, this is it. This is what you need to do at this point in time. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, we got a payment right now. We got a payment from Usha. Usha, we got your payment. Okay. Yes, Altaf, I'll send today's recording. So today's recording will basically be happy, will be giving to you. Thank you so much. So this is an example of hybrid learning, Manali, what I'm just doing right now. You see, I'm giving you a recording. I'm giving you buddy partners. I'm giving you an e-learning platform. I'm giving you ebooks and everything. And also I'm giving you a live training, correct? So I'm giving you every single thing out here, right? So this is a right example of a live learning, Manali. Right? That's exactly what we're doing right now. Okay, we got one more payment. We got payment from Rajiv. Rajiv, we got your payment. Yes, my number, couple. This is my number. You can see that. So Rajiv, we confirm your payment. Just send us your email address, Rajiv, and we'll be sending you the course access by tonight. So we'll just onboard everybody to our teachable accounts. People have made the payment today, and you'll get every single thing from us right now. All right. So in case if you're still keen, you still have time, you can still join in. You can actually use our links. You can use our online payment gateway. You can use Google Pay, Paytm, whatever you like, you can still do that. Okay, great couple. So great guys, thank you so much. Nice to hear you as well. Thank you so much for staying till the end. Thank you so much for enjoying the session towards the end, and I'm glad you enjoyed this. Right. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Follow us, and thank you so much. Good night, goodbye, stay safe, and please don't go out. Right. See you guys.